you. For Super Bowl Sunday, Pat Sullivan from Sullivan Hardware and Garden has a pretty fitting topic: the Super Bowl found in your bathroom.
Okay, it's time for the big game. Pre-game started yet? All right, we have a few hours. So you know what? Maybe a few things around the house. Let's go into the bathroom. How about that? Right in here, everyone asks about the toilet. Probably the most questions we get is about toilets because it's such a mystery and everybody thinks their toilet is possessed. My toilet's turning itself on in the middle of the night. Well, if you look inside the toilet, it's kind of basic. We have a water fill valve right here, and then this is the flush valve. So what happens when you hear that toilet turn on? It's because this water is leaking down, and then this turns itself back on to fill it back up. So it's really doing what it's designed to do. So the way you can test this thing is, one, you could shut the valve off and see if the water leaks out of the tank. The problem with that is that valve down there, you probably haven't touched it in a few years, and you don't want to create another problem. So I like to use food color. I just take a little bit of food color. I don't recommend yellow, and I just pop it in there. We're using orange for Peyton Manning. So you wait about an hour. If that shows up in the bowl, now we know that that flapper is leaking and you need to replace the flapper. The flapper is very easy. This is something that everyone can do themselves. Just go to the store, buy a universal flapper. It just is hooked on there. You hook the chain up to the handle. Bada bing, you're done. It really is not that hard. That's something you can do. The flush or the water fill valve, that's a little different. It's a little harder. This is the most common one, but there is something that's kind of pretty easy to do in here. Right there, that's the only seal. So you can actually, if you have one of these flush valves, you just go to the store, you buy a seal, you replace it. You don't have to take it out. So that's the one thing you can do if you don't have any plumbing skills at all. So the other thing that we get, the toilet itself doesn't flush. So first thing you do, well, is there a clog? And that's usually what it is. But I just take a bucket of water and I will dump it down in there. I know this is great TV. So the toilet's flushing. All right, so now we know the line is clear. Well, it's still not flushing. What's the problem? The problem is, more than likely, the water is not getting in a volume down into the tank. So if you would look down in here with your inspection mirror, you'll see some rim holes down in there. And those rim holes, they get clogged up with a little calcium and lime. So if you would you can take a key, you can take a little bit of screwdriver, you have to be careful, and you open up, go all the way around, they go all the way around the rim, and if you would open those up, that allows more water to get down into the bowl so that it'll flush. Not bad, huh? So the other thing that we get questions, this is a pumice stone for water rings, rust stains, and stuff like that. This is an amazing piece. So this is just a piece of pumice. You wet it, you start working on the ring, it kind of creates a paste, but this thing will really do its job. It does a nice job getting rid of those rings. All right, pregame should be just another 4 or 5 hours away.